Aloha businesses. We have a big announcement today. I'm going to go over the details on this. I've got two earpieces in because I'm going live on Facebook and I'm also recording on Instagram, or at least I'm trying to. I'm not sure how to do both, but maybe I can figure that out later. But there are new grants available for Hawaii businesses, and there are some specifics that you need to know to sign up for this grant. So I'm just going to go right over to the website. It's hawaiibizpivot.org. And this grant was set up, it's using the CARES Fund money, and it's setting up businesses to pivot, like it says. That's the name of the program. You need to go from offline to online. You need to do some sort of change in your business to help you navigate these changing times. And so I'm just going to go ahead, and I'm on the website now, and I'm going to read you what you need to know about this new program. Okay, so first of all, what is the Pivot Grant? It says the Hawaii Business Pivot Grant Program is designed to help businesses get reimbursed for expenses incurred from implementing changes, adjusting their operational practices, products, services, or related items in order to survive the COVID-19 pandemic. Eligible companies or nonprofits may receive up to $10,000 for expenses related to pivoting to meet the new economic environment. All right, awesome, awesome. So who is eligible? Okay, I'm reading again. Companies or nonprofits registered to do business in Hawaii who have no less than 100 employees at the time of submission of application. All right, who have, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. They have less. This is small business. So if you have less than 100 employees, this is for you. Company must have suffered economic injury due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Who hasn't, right? An eligible business must actually operate in a physical commercial space. Home-based businesses are not. Oh, unfortunately, okay, this is for brick and mortar. Business owners must be a resident of the state of Hawaii and must have been in business prior to March 20th of 2020. Okay, so that's our parameters. Less than 100 employees, brick and mortar establishments, and resident of Hawaii, in business before March 20th. All right, keep going. I'm reading these for the first time, but I wanted these to get out as quickly as possible. So, what expenses are eligible for reimbursement? Web development, design, social media, and e-commerce. This is why I'm bringing this to you. I'm so excited. You now have a way to get your business online. All right? Consulting services, professional services related to pivoting your business, related equipment and supplies, physical distancing measures, expenses incurred after October 1st. So if you are still trying to implement distancing measures, putting up plexiglass or whatever those things are, or if you kind of held off because you didn't know, if you didn't have the money to do it, now you might have, if you can get this grant. All right, let me keep reading. I want to get you all this information as quickly as we can. All right, what expenses are not covered under this grant? Rent, utilities, payroll, and PPE, personal protective equipment. Okay, that's kind of what the PPE loans did with the Small Business Administration. So this is supposed to be different than that. Really, what this is helping you pivot your business, getting from brick and mortar to doing some sort of e-commerce, right? All right, next section. Does anything need to be repaid? No, these grants do not need to be repaid. However, these are fund taxable per the IRS guidelines. Okay, we can deal with that. All right. When will the Hawaii Pivot Grant application close for submission? All right, businesses and nonprofits must apply for the funding by November 23rd, 2020, as funds are available. All right, so these funds are going to go fast. They're saying that if people get the full $10,000 grant, they've got enough to do 2,500 businesses. So it's going to go quick. So you've got to apply quickly. That's why I'm really trying to get this out to you right away. So how do you apply? You can apply by visiting hawaiibizpivot.org. HawaiiBiz.org. Hawaii Biz, B-I-Z, Pivot, Pivot.org. The application portal will be open on Thursday, the 22nd at 7 a.m. It's going to be off to the races, so let's get everything in order before that. Here's what you need to apply. You need proof of payment. Proof of payment will be required via receipts, canceled checks, or other proof of payment documentation. Okay, let's see how that goes. Again, I'm just reading this for the first time with you. Next question, I'm reading the frequently asked questions. If my company is receiving CARES Act funding or other government additional grants, are we still eligible to apply? Here's the answer. Companies or nonprofits must certify that expenses have not been reimbursed or were covered under any other federal funded CARES Act, Paycheck Protection Plan, Economic Injury Disaster Loan, or other county business assistance programs. So what they really want to do is get this money in the hands of people who haven't had another source of funding for these types of expenses. Now, you may have had the PPP where you have covered your payroll and rents, and that's great, but this fund, these grant monies are to pivot your business into the new economic environment where you find ourselves. You need to go from brick and mortar to online. You need e-commerce. You need to have social media where you didn't before. Yeah. All right. How long will it take to process my application? Answer. If all information on your application is complete and accurate and all receipts are submitted in good order, review and processing will take 7 to 10 business days. So that's pretty quick. All right, now let me go back. I'm not sure what it's saying to apply. Proof of payment will be required via receipts, canceled check, or other proof of payment documentation. So I see, it looks like to me that if you have spent money or you have some sort of documentation of the money that you're going to be spending on these things, that's what you submit for your financial reports. Okay, that's pretty easy to understand. Let's see, what other information can I offer? So there's just a couple of the questions about how to contact them for technical issues. Eligible expenses. Let's look at more of this. If I made investments prior to March 20th to pivot my business to prepare for a recession, are those expenses eligible? No. This is new funds being spent. Yeah. Okay, here's one for restaurant owners. Let me read that. I'm a restaurant owner and have paid a fair amount more to deliver services such as Bite Squad, Uber Eats to start or jumpstart or expand my delivery business. Are these expenses considered pivot? Yes. The incremental amount spent on delivery services as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic to increase your delivery business is considered a pivot. So when expenses related to creating your own delivery service or the new costs associated with a takeout service. So there's a lot of flexibility here. I think it looks like they're being pretty open-minded about what constitutes a pivot in your business. This is exciting, folks, and I want you to really be on top of this. So if you're interested in getting your business online, if you don't have a website, if you don't have any sort of social media presence and you want to use this money to do that, I would love to help you with that because that's my business. I can help you pivot your business to get online. So give me a call, DM me, whatever it takes. Let's get in touch. Let's talk about your strategy to pivot your business because now there is a grant program to help you do this. I would love to see you get online and not being taken out of your own pocket. These are CARES money acts that the state needs to distribute by the end of the year. So this grant application process will open Thursday morning. It's only good until November 23rd. So it's going to be a short run. Everyone's going to be jumping in on it, just like we did for the PPP. So let's stay in touch. And yeah, I'll keep you updated as I hear more about it. Aloha, folks.